Today we are going on a tour around the islands of Phi Phi. It all starts at Rasada Pier in Phuket town, where guests are brought in minivans from all over Phuket, put into groups, given a short briefing, and given a special sticker that must be kept throughout the trip. There are several types of excursion to Phi Phi. Today we opted for a ferry ride. The ferry is quite large, with as many as 3 decks plus a roof where you can spend time sunbathing. Travel time is just under 2 hours, during which time you can either sleep or sunbathe. There are on board and all sorts of nice little things like cookies, chocolates, coffee, tea, beer, chips and so on. For money, of course. Drinking water is free in any volume. Generally, Phi Phi is a small archipelago consisting of 6 islands. Phi Phi Don, the only inhabited island, Phi Phi Le, Mosquito, Bamboo, and 2 small rocks, Bidonok and Bidonai. On this excursion we will only visit 2 of them, Phi Phi Don and Phi Phi Le, well, and see those same 2 small rocks. After 2 hours of traveling, we arrived at our first and largest island of the archipelago.
We've arrived at Phi Phi Don Island. Now the people who came here just transferred to Phi Phi Don itself will get off, and we'll be on our way.
The stop took literally 10 minutes, and after that we were off again. 15 minutes later, we were near the second largest island of Phi Phi called Phi Phi Lee. One of the most famous sites here is Maya Bay, where the movie The Beach starring Leonardo DiCaprio was filmed. Given that the ferry is quite large, we can't go into the bay itself, so we just stopped next to it. 6 months ago, the ferry used to stop here for snorkeling, but now the rules have changed and we can only make a brief stop for photography, and we will snorkel elsewhere, just as interesting. On the backside of Maya Bay is Low Sama Bay with a small observation deck. Another iconic spot is Pile Lagoon. We can't go there on the big ferry either, so we just watch from the side. And the last attraction on the island of Phi Phi is the Viking Cave. By the way, on this excursion there is no Russian guide and all information is given only in English and Thai languages, so if you want to know some information about these places, you will have to try yourself and read it in advance. And we return to Phi Phi Don Island, this time stopping for snorkeling and swimming near Monkey Beach. can swim to the beach with monkeys. For this you must rent flippers. You can do it right on the ferry. After that, it was time to go for lunch. Lunch was held on the island of Phi Phi, the largest island of the archipelago. When you arrive on Phi Phi Island, in order to go to the island itself, you need to pay 20 baht, by the way. Along the entire pier there were local residents with signs with the names of hotels written on them. This is how they lure visitors to rent a room from them. It was very reminiscent of Sochi or some Sudak in the Crimea. Lunch was in a big restaurant, practically on the beach. The choice is quite good. Soup with pasta and fish balls, fried chicken, pasta, boiled chicken, fried fish with pineapples, boiled vegetables, rice and fruit. It's all buffet style, so you can make as many approaches as you like. After lunch we have a whole hour of time to laze on the beach. Good thing it is not far here. It is very close. By the way, it is on this island where we spend the night during the 2-day excursion, and it is here that the fire shows and night discos on the beach take place. Our time on the island of Phi Phi came to an end. We stayed here for an hour and a half, had time to have lunch and lie on the beach and swim, and now it's time to go again to the island of Phuket. If you have a burning desire to visit the islands of Phi Phi, but you do not like speedboats, or if you are in a position, or if you have a tight budget, but you want to go to Phi Phi, this excursion is for you. Excursion on a ferry something reminds riding on Volga on a pleasure boat, or riding on rivers and canals of St. Petersburg. Everything is very calm and measured, and we will see you on the next excursion.